we are here with Leonardo Maldonado, owner and user of a unique and different boat. Leonardo, do you want to tell us a bit about your experience regarding how much beginner in this business with this type of boats, a little maybe of your from your previous experience, where did you start, how you started, what you have done, and why you have reached the type of business you have today?
Well, it's quite extensive. I'll try to summarize it as much as possible. My passion for the sea has led me to this result. I started as a skipper for other companies because I love the sea after getting my professional qualifications. And once I had been working with several companies for a couple of years, I decided to start something on my own. Why? Just because one must try and do it. And it was something I needed to try. I started with a motorboat, an old Sierra Y, which I bought, refurbished and restored for charter work. I did quite well 2 seasons. I had a fairly acceptable customer frequency, and that gave me the opportunity to say, okay, you can do it. You can do it just like anybody else, of course. I started working constantly with day charter, which is what I like. They are short durations, frequent changes of passage, and it is much broader. But of course, the boat I had before was combustion powered, and I am a bit aware of nature. I love marine life, especially. I love it. Being with this boat, I didn't feel comfortable working, not even with the other companies. The service, yes, the service was happy with the clients, with everyone from the first day to the last, with different types of companies and different types of boats. But internally, I didn't feel so comfortable because of the pollution in the sea. And then, of course, not the one from COVID. And it was a moment to reflect and try to change. What can I do to change my life while still maintaining my professional and economic life at sea, but with a different perspective, protecting the environment? At the time, there were hybrid boats. There were some boats, I don't remember the brand, but they were half electric and half motor. Combustion, diesel in this case, of course. It wasn't really what I wanted. It didn't meet 100% of what I was looking for. And suddenly, on one of my trips when I was in the Caribbean after transferring a boat to the Caribbean, in my free time, I found the first video of the company sound concert on YouTube. And it was a Catamaran too. It met all the expectations that I could have or wish for a boat to work sustainably, 100% electric. I contacted Sun Concept immediately, and they told me that in a month they would have one ready to visit and test. And I went with Volta, the distributor in Spain. We went to see it. After watching the video, I really liked the image. I liked the whole concept. It was what I needed, 100% sustainable boats. And upon arriving at this port and seeing it from afar, that first impression you have when you meet someone, the first, as they say, love at first sight, right?
Yes.
And you see it and say, it's nice, right? The video was nice, but in person, it's much more.
That's better now.
And then I had the chance to be inside, and you took us from Hoyao to the island, which island, to Huelva.
An island
See you
like
next
that
time,
where
bye.
We went for lunch, we went to eat
And
there.
while we ate, the ship restocked what we had used up. What more can you ask for while we are enjoying the boat? It continues to charge energy for free. And of course, I didn't get to drive it. I think I steered it for a couple of minutes because of how excited I was. I just wanted to be on board, to feel the sensation that my future client might have. So I say no, this meets more, exceeds the expectations I had, and then besides this, they mentioned to me that it could be customized. And I don't know how to say the word, could be kikismiki. It's a bit of, I'm very perfectionist in some cases and very easygoing in others. You made it easy for me. Being able to constantly modify, which is greatly appreciated. There's no shipyard that allows you to do that. You say this is a ship and you take it. But in this case, I made several modifications, several requests to many things, accessories and equipment and distributions and everything.
Can't ask for more. The truth is you have so many ideas. Every week a new one. What are you going to ask from me now? I think we have arrived now.
The work
exactly
has been,
what I need.
at this moment, it has been...
Well, it's not perfect because you keep doing things.
Yes,
See,
but there's always room for improvement.
Of course,
that
of
it's perfect,
course,
it can still be
course,
improved.
But
of course, this has been a result of a combination of, with modifications that with your experience and the shipyard with all its availability managed to do everything.
Yes, and with great pleasure, because the truth is that the boat and it turned out super nice, super comfortable. And as I was telling you today, when I arrived here, that I hadn't been on this boat in a long time, I entered, and well, the truth is that I feel at home because I have been a special boat for the shipyard when I was in the shipyard. For you, much clearer, then very, very interesting. And apart from that, well, from the part of the construction to reach is where you wanted to reach your dreams, which would be to work and have a boat with those characteristics, fully sustainable, electric, solar powered for work. How did you feel it your first season, because you finished the first season and are starting
that one
the
when
second
a year
one.
ago, that one
Exactly.
too.
And what do you mean you have felt it? How have you felt the people's reception about the boat? How has your experience been as a user of a fully sustainable boat? Tell us a bit about that.
Well, from the first day I had this boat, I remember very well that Nuno, one of the engineers, recommended it to me. See, slowly, don't cover so many miles. Sail safely with good weather, calm seas and all the forecasts. Well, I tend to check the forecasts a lot, weather conditions, and always sail safely. In fact, I sailed alone from Portugal to here, alone. So I really like to monitor the weather. Safety always comes first. And the first day, I did almost 90 miles on the site.
To start with...
Thinking, because I said, I am sure you all did a good job. They had already tested it at the port there, so I was there for the second test. Of course, it was a distance of 600 miles in total. It took me almost 15 days to get here. But everything was done safely.
Yeah,
yes.
I also stopped for a long time because
3
of
days
bad
I had
weather
to
and
stop
everything.
due to bad weather. Because, of course, why sail in bad weather if you can wait? There's no rush. It's a boat to sail without rushing. Enjoying sailing, the sea, the views. There's no rush with this boat. And sure, in some ports you can go, you can charge because you can charge with a landline cable. And in other ports I didn't even connect because while I was waiting and the sun did the work, it charged with the panels and the battery was full for departure. And at the end of the day, it was an experience different because, of course, I wasn't completely sure I would make it to the next port with enough batteries to ensure the engines don't fail, that I don't lose any type of autonomy, or that the system doesn't fail overall. But how am I going to say I was really sure of the work you did? You have already tested it well, so I just keep going. Well, that's how it went. I sailed the whole time without worrying that the boat might have any problems. It was a unique experience. I really enjoyed it. It was the first time in my life sailing 100% eco-friendly without polluting from there to here. And a year after that, it continued without polluting the environment. The truth is, yes, and the clients, when they arrive at the ship, besides, they can now see some ads on the web and information about the agencies and pictures of previous clients. When they get inside the boat, that first image you see of them, of amazement, of excitement, of I don't know how to describe the image they have about it and enjoy all this space. A super big cabin, they feel safe inside. And on top, there is also an equally big exterior space with constantly 360-degree views both outside and inside. Wherever you are on the boat, you're comfortable. It is designed so that the client can enjoy from the very first minute until the last moment. They aren't in a rush to reach the usual beach where we usually stop to take a swim. They don't feel the need to get there. They're so relaxed on board, listening more to the sound of the water against the boat as it sails because you can't hear the engines. If you are in the test axis, if you are in the stern, you hear more the sound of the water with the propeller's movement than the engines. You don't get that combustion pollution smell from traditional boat engines. The truth is that it is super nice to take a ride on
A motorboat, of course, people like it, but if you're there 1, 2, 3 hours, it starts to weigh on you. A little, the sound, the smell, and everything else. So in that case, maybe a device is good to rest.
Yes, exactly, because they want to stop hearing the sound of that engine, to stop smelling that fuel.
Here you don't feel it at all. Being here or at the beach are different environments, but both are perfect for many hours.
Yes, in fact, he doesn't even want to get off. They are so comfortable on board, inside, outside, everywhere, that they don't want to get off. The usual 4 hours feel like very little time to them. Spend more hours or half the time sailing, and the other half of the time in the water enjoying the onboard equipment, snorkeling with the water scooters, of course. They also enjoy it very much. But being on board the boat, look, I've sailed on many ships, all kinds, motorboats, small boats, rigid inflatable boats, catamarans, sailboats, all kinds. But even catamarans, the regular ones, do not have that feeling, freedom, peace, relaxation, like honest. Not even close, zero. This is something entirely different.
Great. So you are amazed and your customers are too?
Yes, I think they're sometimes happier than me because I have to be working because this isn't a job for me, it's fun. The boat is ready, thanks to you all, with all the automatic systems because of course I'm a fan of automated things, all remote controlled. And I handle it so much that I'm practically playing with the boat while I'm working. So I don't consider it a job. Plus, I have the opportunity to meet new people constantly, and that helps me. Also enriches me more. Personally, it enriches me much more. Sharing my passion for the sea with them, whether it's for a weekend or 3 weeks, any day is fine. But go out for a day of relaxation as if we were with family. A very close relationship with the client, 100% personalized. An unforgettable treatment for everyone. They might complain that it could be cloudy on that day, but they can't complain about the crew and the captain, which in this case is me, 365 days a year, have been treated in an incorrect way. They are always happy, they are delighted. 50% because of the service, 50% because of the embassy. Sometimes it is a little higher or lower because either I treat it too well or the boat is too comfortable. But there is no complaint.
I think it's the best problem in the world. Right, that's it, Brados. Very well. I think San Jose has done a great job for you with all the attention. But also from Bolsa, because you have have you started that project at that moment when the first catamaran, before the first catamaran goes into the water, you were already pursuing your dream and your boat, but you have worked very hard and for a long time until you have achieved it, and it hasn't been like that suddenly, because the investment has to you have many things to prepare, and I think Volta just has always been with you during all that time, always giving you all the support, the help, and well, also making you in some way helping with the new things that were coming up, the changes that have already emerged, so that you are always aware of what is happening and what is best for you and for your business. In that case,
of course, I met our team more than 4 years ago, because I saw this video of this sun concept boat 4 years ago, the first time. So this project lasted 4 years.
Yes,
Actually, this is already the 5th year. And the first time I contacted Artem was when I wanted to buy a green light, because at that time it was a hybrid, electric and fuel. And of course, the advice I received from day one with RTM was excellent. I mean, I have more than grateful for all the time he has been around since I met him until today. I have a good relationship with Artem, and I like to keep it that way. For many years, because this project doesn't stop here, it's still ongoing. This is just the test. There's still, I know a lot more, and well, throughout this process, being in touch with Volta, which is one of the distributors of this type of boat and solar ships in Spain, it gives that security that you work with an expert team. Anything you need, they can advise you, guide you, help you with any problem or need that arises. So I love working with people who are specialized in certain aspects, and Artem is a guy I really like.
Perfect.
The quality.
Yes, very well. And now a little of this season, like I already know that all the customers are super happy. Of course, not only the rise and pickouts on any boat are from the moment you have a good captain and good conditions, everything is good. So here it's the same. A little more special because a ship like any other with many others can be experienced anywhere in the world, and ships of this type, well, maybe there's not so much like that, so it's always a different experience for the customers, and I already know that they are very happy. But what about you? How has the season been for you? Do you think I've performed well? Do you think the clients really notice that there is a product that is different? And tell us a bit about your future, what you want to do. Do you want to stay the same? Do you want to grow? Do you want to do something different? What's on your mind?
Well, starting with the topic of customers, I started working with platforms and agencies last year, and of course it's a new product. New in the electrical and ecological field, newer in the navigation field. Navigation is somewhat similar to all catamaran navigations. By design, it is totally different, nothing compared to a traditional catamaran. But the clients, the people, the everyday tourists are not familiar with the electric concept, with the sustainability that can be achieved with this type of vessel, does not have enough information as of today. And when the client looks for a boat, they are looking more for places to visit rather than the sailing experience.
Gladly, brother.
And what I have wanted to do and continue doing is to make the client enjoy the sailing and at the same time enjoy the moment we arrive at a swimming area. In fact, they enjoy more, being on the boat than getting off. Maybe it depends on the time of year when the water is cooler.
Of
They don't want
course.
to get into the water much, but they have already done it. A few weeks ago they were winning. But there are people who enjoy sailing itself more. They really enjoy this noiseless and pollution-free sailing. And of course, the feeling that the client takes away is this excitement of having been able to enjoy doing practically the same thing as with any other, but contributing to environmental protection. Of course, this, in my case, it gives me personal satisfaction that the client, this vessel is contributing to this, at least in this local area. I hope that all boats someday will be more sustainable. But in my case, the customer is very proud that less than one company is changing or starting the change already, but looking to the future, because we have to protect the environment. And if we don't do it, which is already a bit late in some cases, we have to do it. We have to protect it. The future generation does not deserve it. We might not live to see it, but the future generation deserves a better future. Better, and if we take care of it now. And I think that with this boat or this type of boats, it is the best that can be done, at least in this part of the field. And of course, now this year, the forecast from clients and agencies is much more positive, much more. I would say it is currently 200 to 300% higher than last year. I am very happy that there are agencies that have come to request to sell the product.
If I think we hadn't started well like that strongly at that time,
Yes, not yet.
You already have 50 or 60 days
already
already
reserved.
booked and closed, so almost half or more than half of the busy season is already booked.
Yes. In fact, with just one agency, I have booked more than 30 trips from this April until October. It's perfect, and also those are the fixed dates. Then they want a few extra days.
Don't forget to
In
subscribe
fact,
to the
for
channel
me,
and
I'd
turn
be
on
happy
the
too.
notification
Whatever
bell so
you
don't
want,
miss
what's
our,
available, I'll
upcoming
close it.
videos.
And well, yes, I'll
have
close it.
1.5
I don't have a day off, but
hours,
I take advantage of the day off when the weather is bad, because for the safety of the passenger and the boat, they don't go out.
Are not going to have a good time. They are not going
No,
to
me
enjoy
as
it.
a sailor,
Best
I like it more when the sea is in very bad conditions, storms, thunder, super high waves. I like that feeling more. But it's people who are going to enjoy the sea, enjoy a day with family and friends. Friends, I like relaxation, tranquility, the calm sea more. And with this boat doing coastal trips, it is the best. The perfect, the ideal, and of course I am delighted.
Perfect. Do you notice that the agencies, they value your product more for its
Or be
differentiation
electric.
and sustainable
Yes,
idea?
100%. Yes. In fact, there are two agencies that are very aware of the ecological issue. Several of the products and services they offer are focused on ecology. And actually, I am one of the agencies of the star product of this agency, because it is eco-friendly, 100% eco-friendly. In fact, that's why I don't even want a gasoline generator, no diesel, no
If
anything on
someone
board,
needs,
because I don't need it.
worry.
No, I am more than satisfied, and of course it is 100% sustainable.
Perfect. Now we need to
Well,
grow
yes,
and
I am
develop.
looking forward to the second, third, fourth, and fifth, and so on.
All right, we're here to help you in any way we can.
As soon as they allow me a bit of flexibility, mobility, and financial freedom, rest assured there will be a second, a third, a fourth, and many more to come. There is no limit.
Whatever it takes, we are here to keep working together. Thank you very much.